Hi everyone, how you doing today? Today we're going to make some soup, and it's autumn bisque. I call it that because I combine two soups into one, pumpkin soup and sweet potato bisque it's called. So I've already got my onion and my garlic going in here. It's 2 tablespoons of butter melted, 1 medium onion chopped, 2 cloves of garlic, and over here I have my sweet potato. I used kind of a medium-sized sweet potato. I cut it in quarters and I boiled it till it was tender, fork tender. This is canned pumpkin. Now you want to get 100% pumpkin. Don't buy pumpkin mix. That's for pies. And we got 1.5 cups here. Now I think my onions and garlic is pretty much tender where I want them to be. I started them ahead of time. And now this soup is not for the kids because we're going to put a little bit of bourbon. We got 3 tablespoons of bourbon, and we're going to put this in any kind of bourbon or brandy, whatever you have in the house, and just slowly put that in. And I'm going to turn up my heat a little bit, and we're going to get this going. Now we're going to put some spices in it too, but we're not going to put a lot because we don't want it to taste like, pumpkin pie. We want it to taste like soup. So let's get our other ingredients in here so we can get it to break down a little bit. And this is a nice, hearty, warming soup. We want to mix it in with our onions and garlic. And it is very thick like this, of course, but that's okay because we're going to add broth and some water and milk. Now, with the milk, you could either use whole milk or you could use cream, like half and half, whatever you prefer. Okay. Now we're going to add our chicken broth. We need 2 cups of chicken broth. But you want to keep it near in case it's too thick. You could always thin it down a little bit. I love these boxes because whatever you don't use, you can just pop that lid back on and go right back into the fridge. So it's a little bit over, but that's okay. No problem. And we're going to pour that right in. And we're going to stir that up a little bit so we can get it mixed. This doesn't take long at all. Then you just simmer it for a little bit and your soup will be ready, or your bisque. Now we have our milk, 3/4 of a cup. Salt and pepper to taste. I've got ground cinnamon, just a sprinkle of ground cinnamon, ground ginger, gotta have cloves, ground cloves, sprinkles, just little sprinkles here and there until you get it to the way you want it to taste. Red pepper flakes, warms the innards. Raise our heat a little bit. We're going to want to get it to like a bubble where it'll start bubbling on you. And then we'll add our milk. It'll get there. So I'm going to add the milk while I'm stirring. This way it incorporates. I know a lot of you guys think of pumpkin. Everything is sweet with pumpkin. You know, pumpkin mousse, pumpkin ice cream, pumpkin pie. Sweet potatoes, the same thing. You get those nice ooey gooey, brown sugared, pineapple glazed, marshmallow topped sweet potato casseroles, which we all love. Although I do love sweet potatoes. I could just eat a baked sweet potato, just like that. I don't need anything on it. Now look at that. We're getting that nice autumn harvest color. It looks like pumpkin. I'm going to start adding my salt. I like to sprinkle salt. I just usually sprinkle all over. And it's probably more than likely a half a teaspoon. And my pepper, probably about a quarter of a teaspoon. And you want to just do this lightly. Don't be too heavy-handed. Oh, we got a bubble there. Don't be too heavy-handed, because you want to make sure you could taste the pumpkin and stuff, and the sweet potato in there. And with the sweet potato, let it cool off just a little bit so you could handle it. Take the skin off, peel the skin off, and then just mash it with a fork. And then it'll just break down in your soup. Now ground ginger, I'm going to put some in my hand because these holes are kind of big. So, oh, sorry guys, cinnamon. Cinnamon, cinnamon. Cinnamon. This is the ground ginger. There we go, ground ginger. Same thing with the ginger. Not too much because ginger packs a wallop. So just less than the cinnamon. Our ground cloves. Now this doesn't have a sprinkle top, so I'm going to put some into the cap. Never pour over because it will dump. I've had that experience, so never pour over. Sometimes we just learn the hard way. And you can see, I'll put it in my hand. Just a little bit like that. Oh, that smells good already. I love cloves. Mix this in. Like I said, all these spices are to your taste. If you like a little more cinnamon, a little more ginger, hey, knock yourself out. Add whatever you like. And we're going to add our red pepper flakes. Same thing, just in my hand, although I do like it kind of spicy, so we're going to go a little heavy on that. And there we go. Now, we're just going to cover it and let it simmer about 20 to 25 minutes, and our autumn bisque will be ready for lunch. Yeah, just in time for lunch, about 12:30. So I will see you guys when my autumn bisque is done.